All right.
Welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play D&D stream where we play in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain, and 5 of my friends over here are brave enough to play in. Because who doesn't love being wild and wacky? Unfortunately, sorry for the delay this evening. There was all kinds of craziness. Oh, I've got it. It's resubscribing for 37 months.
Woohoo!
That's a long time.
That's wild. We've been playing that.
I know, right?
37 months?
Well, no, technically we've been playing longer because you got to take a second to get
Yeah.
To be able to have subscribers.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, I've got it. You're the best. We love you. Thank you so much. Best mod around. Thank you very much. Sorry for the delay, everyone. We were a little pushed back in terms of just the day, and unfortunately, Mike is experiencing travel issues because the MTA sucks, and so the trains are all screwed up here in New York.
Yep.
And but he will be on in about 20 minutes or so. And unfortunately, Matt's plan of calling in hit a roadblock. So he probably will not be here as well. But in the meantime, those of us who are here will introduce ourselves, because that's fun and exciting. So please, go for it. And this week, introduce yourself, your character, and something that your character hopes for the future of Nuuli in this very pinnacly, tense, important moment. And we'll start with Amber.
Hello, I'm Amber. I play Grrrig, the Goblin Artificer. And pretty sure all Grrrig wants is for everyone to not be dead. Although, a second coming of the Goblin Empire would be really great.
I think not dead's a good place to start.
Yeah. We're doing this thing called trying to be reasonable with expectations.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been learning about that.
That's why when my friends are like, "Oh, did you win last night?" I was like, "We didn't die."
Right?
Uh-huh.
Define win.
What is win?
What is win?
Why
is win? Where is win? Who is
How
win?
is win?
You can win. You can win victories. Why?
Yeah, but it's not.
Sometimes why is win.
We didn't win the game. Like that just doesn't.
Yeah.
We survived another session.
Where? Where is win? Where?
Winton? It's on the East Coast.
But
But thank you, Amber. And moving on down the ladder, we got Sarah.
Oh, hey, that's me. My name is Sarah. I think I play Olive, the half-orc druid, but it's been a hot second, so maybe not. And I think Olive's great hope is that that Nuuli continues to exist, and that she gets to see some fun new creatures and meet some fun new animals, and she's really hoping that she gets to meet that weird thing that she has a stuffed version of someday.
Very cool.
What?
She has this weird-ass taxidermied thing that she really hopes to meet someday.
Oh, I kind of remember that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was like the half fish with like chicken feet or something like that.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
It's a chickabob.
Yeah, the
chickabob
is what my inventory says I'm carrying around.
Yep.
Says I'm carrying around a stuffed chickabob.
Yep.
That's what we called it.
Yep. It's a thing that, she's got.
She really hopes to see a living one soon.
Is a thing. It's a thing that's a thing.
I'm sure we can make something and cast Awaken on it.
Oh no.
Someone could. Well, that will bring us then to Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm not sick this week, but I have allergies. I'm playing Nereus, the Azamar sorcerer, and is it one thing I want or one thing Nereus wants?
Nereus desires.
Okay, because Tanner wants an epic wizard battle. I would.
That tracks.
I think Nereus would just like to not get counterspelled every 3 seconds.
That's the only concern for the matters of Nuuli.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Heard.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If I can't blow him up and stop the ritual if he stops my spells.
Who's to say? You cannot. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, I guess. And that leaves me. I'm Jared. I'm your humble dungeon master here. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 5-player characters. Mike, who plays Defect, will be along shortly, and Spoot will be a little dark and mysterious for any social interactions that may occur. Otherwise will be piloted as per usual by one of our esteemed players here.
Called me esteemed.
Don't give me more credit than I deserve.
You are all quite capable.
Well, it's not me, so I'm not esteemed.
Well, that all being said, let's dive right into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, whoops, I got to open the recap dialogue. Haha.
Da ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. Last time on Nuuli Forged, the Misfits have infiltrated Grrrig, stronghold of the Ibinshade, in an attempt to stop it from somehow destroying the world. They have finally faced and defeated their old enemy, Oligar Greyclaw, but in the process, Paduk Quickwing, their sprite ally, was knocked unconscious, and Defect and Olive were straight up murdered. As Nereus healed Paduk, Grrrig and Spoot attempted to return Defect and Olive to life. Olive returned, but Defect did not revive. Stronger magic would be needed to bring him back from the clutches of death. However, no one at the time had the ability to cast a higher level spell. Nereus then felt his back tattoo warm, and a voice told him to simply ask. So he asked the voice how to save his friends, and a writhing mass of tentacles appeared in the floor on the bridge at Grrrig. Tensions mounted. What?
It was horribly disturbing.
Well, you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Did you die?
Tensions mounted as Grrrig objected to Nereus using telekinesis to move Defect's body through the tentacles through which he had seen a room. After some debating and convincing and a little tension, the group entered the tentacles and were transported to the Blissful Escape, a den of rest, safety, and healing that is linked somehow to Nereus's patron. The caretaker, Angel, informed the group that they were welcome to heal, eat, and even enjoy company if they desired it. But Nereus must pay the price. In a private discussion, Angel told Nereus that in order to gain the benefits and receive the bounties within the escape, he must spend the night with a willing partner or partners of his choice. Nereus agreed, and the party ultimately received a long rest, except for Grrrig, whose dreams were wild and fitful, and as a result are exhausted from crazy dreams that just drove them a little batty, which is the result of the silver star apple that they consumed while facing Oligar. Defect was successfully raised from the dead the next day in a ritual conducted by Spoot, with Nereus, Grrrig, and Paduk all contributing to the effort. The party dumped some magic into Defect and left the escape, returning to Grrrig, where barely any time had passed. Indeed, quite a large pile of the dust that was once Oligar remained. They then ascended the tower and came face to face with what could only be their enemy, the Ibinshade. Standing in the center of a runic carving with multiple shard-touched items floating in the air, they saw a short, gaunt, gray-skinned man with gray hair and sort of disheveled appearance and deep sunken eyes that were just pure black, but one whose presence is immense and unmistakable. So, just to reset the scene for you all, you are directly below the eye of the storm at the top of this ancient tower that is Grrrig. You see multicolored lightning bursts up in the storm. You see Kalari and Tura minutes away from joining into a perfect orb in the sky. Those are the two moons, Kalari and Tura. The top of the tower is covered in a massive heptagon inscribed with runes and sigils, and various unknown arcane power or purpose. At the tip of each point of this seven-pointed star is either a glowing crystal or an item with a glowing gem embedded within it, floating above strange glyphs. There are two women, human it seems, dressed in black cloaks, who are facing the figure in the center of this heptagram. That kind of short to average height, gray hair, grayer skinned, deep set, dead, humorless eyes, and just kind of almost eking a trail of black in a sort of disturbing way. Clothes worn and tattered as if they are an afterthought. A few reminders for you all in this moment. Defect has Death Ward active on him at the moment. Defect also has a -3 to all of his attack rolls, ability saves, or saving throws and ability checks, as he has recently returned from the dead.
D-E-D, dead.
Yes. As you all gather up here at this top, kind of seeing this image that I described, in a kind of a calm, almost bored voice. Welcome to the end of the world. We have heard much of you from Oligar. We assume your presence here is indicative of his defeat. No matter. None of it matters. Soon, upon the completion of the lunar alignment, Nuuli will be remade. We will be remade. You cannot defeat us. Nothing can stop the ritual. The energies are building, and we will have the forces of creation itself at our command.
Didn't you guys fail the first time? I say from across the room.
Yes, and no. We may not have achieved our initial objective, but you cannot argue that Nuuli was not changed forever by our efforts.
Okay, so if you already, quote, remade it by fucking it up, you're looking to do that again for what? Because you fucked up the other part of your plan before?
The fucking up, as you put it, was not the intent, but a side effect. An interesting one, to be sure. We learned much.
Question. How close are the other two, people to him?
I can show you.
Can I see, please?
Yes, please.
Yes, let's all go to the map.
I need to see how
Let's all
big
go to the lobby. Let's
I
go.
to
Oh,
the
right.
lobby.
to see how big this room is.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Buy ourselves a snack.
yes, indeed. So,
This is a big
indeed,
room.
it is. You are on the top of a tower. There is a large storm swirling around you. Nereus, you also noticed on your ascent, your connection to the storms is different than this one. You know that this is not a natural storm, so any of your effects to call lightning or anything like that will not affect this storm.
Right.
Yeah, it is beyond that.
You.
Here is
I'm just
your
curious.
lovely individual you're conversing with.
Ooh, it's got a nice jacket.
Like
It's
his hair.
it's a little ragged and tattered and torn, but yeah.
All right, so in the middle of him speaking, fireball, subtle spell.
Okay, where are you casting it?
Oh, I was pinging, but I was on the other tool. I think right here.
All right. You subtly cast fireball. Explosion occurs.
I want to make sure it's like when he hits like a dramatic point in this like side monologue.
Right, right.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
for like added
dramatic
emphasis. Yeah.
Yeah. Successful saving throw. Go ahead, roll damage.
Or both of them?
Roll damage.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
All right. So you see that the woman over here, kind of beyond this floating shield, like does dodge the effect, takes half damage. However, you also notice in this instance that your fireball hits something invisible between you and the Ibinshade. And something repels your fireball from around the circle of runic carvings. And he is not affected by your fireball. And at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative as the Ibinshade says, "The hard way it shall be. We are ready for you."
I figured he was gonna have a barrier.
Is it just as big as him, or is it as big as the entire star?
It seemed to be like around all of the carvings, star, all the floating things.
Gotcha.
Okay, so like it didn't cross like past here. Essentially, like the outside of these two.
Sorry. So it seemed to affect like the areas where the floating objects are seem undamaged or untouched, as did the all the carvings for the star. But everywhere where there's not a carving seemed to be affected like normal.
Right, but it did. You said that there was a barrier.
Yeah, it seemed like from the way you threw it, you could tell that the barrier is circular.
Right, but if I made it blow up like over here, could I see if it was it the barrier like inside of that, or was it like the circle kind of just around him?
No, like you threw the fireball in that direction, and when it got to like here, it exploded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just trying to see where the hit that barrier started.
Yeah, imagine a circle around the star.
All right, got it.
Yeah, it kind of like splayed off.
Okay.
All right. All right. Did we roll for Paduk, who is currently invisible?
Oh shoot! I have to control Paduk too.
Make sure you select
I can
his
do one
token.
of them.
Say, take Paduk if...
Yeah, you do Paduk. I like the part where I don't think.
Working on Paduk.
Yeah.
There he is. I did select the token. Great. Did it roll? It did roll.
Everybody.
Hello.
Hi, friend.
You are just in time to roll initiative.
No one's surprised.
Nope.
So, defect, a couple things for you to note. You currently have Death Ward cast on you. So the first time you drop to 0, you'll bounce back up at 1. You also have a -3 to all of your attacks, ability checks, and saving throws because you were returned from the dead not too long ago.
Let me write this down somewhere. -3 to attacks, abilities and saving throws.
Yes. You should also know that that 7 souls flew into your body after you were raised from the dead.
Yep. You're full of souls now.
Just like a real one.
Very soulful.
I mean, do I feel different? Do I hear voices in my head?
Not yet. We'll see what happens.
Fun times. I just got home. Let me log on to everything.
Yeah, no worries. Essentially, there was a brief discussion, and then Nereus attempted to throw a fireball at the Ibinshade while he was discussing things, and they learned that there is a mystical barrier protecting the Ibinshade.
And all of their carvings and bits and bobs.
Yes, indeed.
All their floaty bits.
All right. Let's see. Paduk with a 10. Nereus with a 10. Very nice. Spoot with a 7. So we'll just get
almost there.
We rolled like terrible for initiative this time.
Yeah, really, really, really terrible. But we're grouped at least.
Which is amazing because the Warlocks and the Ibinshade both rolled natural 20s on their initiative roll.
That's hilarious.
Cool. Amber brings up that we were supposed to use a scroll before we got here.
A scroll of greater restoration was already used on Defect. That's why he has a -3 to everything instead of a -4.
Oh, and then we use the other one? Because that's what we were checking with Olive. I saw in our notes. Ask Olive if we can use the other check. I think that I already did it. I was supposed to have 2 levels of exhaustion, but we're supposed to drop down to 1 if Olive used the other scroll.
Yeah, essentially, if Olive says yes, then Grrrig will go from 2 levels of exhaustion to 1.
Right.
Great. Olive is happy to do that.
Okay, great. So mark off that spell scroll. You are at 1 level of exhaustion.
Great. But it doesn't take a slot because it was a scroll.
Correct.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, yes, at least Defect rolled well on initiative. That's exciting.
Right. Yeah, not 20, baby.
Gotta love it. Cool. So you have seen that this barrier is like a circle around the points, pretty much. Like all the points are trapped within a circle.
Okay. So there's the main bad guy.
Yep.
Yes.
And these are minions.
Yes.
They appear to be black-clad human women who are in some sort of subservience to this individual.
I hit this one already.
You did.
Yeah. She got a little blast off of some fireball.
A little singed.
So it is their turn.
Really, even with my nat 20?
Yeah.
All of your enemies also rolled a natural 20.
Fair. Okay.
Hey, at least they did it on initiative and not an attack roll.
Yeah. There you go.
Who has that?
Rolled yet.
Grrrig, you have a higher dex than Nereus? Question mark.
My dex is 3.
Yeah, I'm 2.
All right, let me just get that order sorted out. Okay, great. There we go. All right. All right. So our 2 friendly friends here.
Friendly friends.
Yeah. The one who was hit. Actually, they're both going to do this. I need everybody to make 2 dexterity saving throws, please.
I remember how this works.
Are they casting something?
They are not casting a spell. They are using an ability.
Figures.
All right.
Off to a great start.
Let's see. So many rolls.
Yeah, sorry. So out of my first 2 rolls, I rolled 8 16.
Alright, so Olive rolled a 12.
And then a 20.
Grrrig
18.
rolled a 16.
And 23?
5,
24.
Defect an 18.
16 and 24.
Alright. So, for the first one, everyone who rolled a 15 and above, which I believe was Grrrig, Defect,
Paduke.
and Paduke.
Wait, I'm sorry, -3 because of my exhaustion, so 15. Still make
Okay,
it.
so you just make it.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you failed the first one, you take. This rolls it weird. Sorry. If you fail the first one, you take 11 necrotic damage and 11 cold damage.
If I'm resistant,
Sorry, 10 necrotic and 11 cold. You would, if you are resistant, you take half of that damage to either of those types.
5 and 5.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you succeeded on the saving throw, 15 or higher, you take half the damage. So 5, 5.
5 and 5.
Okay.
For the second, it looked like Olive saved, Grrrig saved, Defect saved.
I just noticed Spoot and I have the same HP.
It looks like Spoot and Nereus both failed, and Paduke failed. Alright, so those who failed the second saving throw, which I think is just Spoot, Nereus, and Paduke, take 15 necrotic damage and 14 cold damage.
Extra?
This is from the second throw.
Oh. Oh, wait, no. Wait,
They both unleashed the same attack, basically.
Right. Hold on. Spoot is... I forgot Spoot's resistant to necrotic.
Okay, so yeah. So then he would have taken the half damage. He would have taken 5 of each on the of necrotic on the first one, but all of the cold.
Right, and how much was the second one?
The second one is 15 necrotic damage and 14 cold. So if you're resistant to necrotic, you take 7. If you're resistant to cold, you take 7. Funny how they are both kind of like the same.
Yeah.
So I'm taking, because I succeeded, a total of 14 damage.
Correct.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, half damage on a success.
Great.
Cool. Yeah, weird how
Math.
it does that.
Alright.
Cool. Alright. And then they both kind of move around to the far side of the carvings.
Naturally.
Alright. At the end of their turn... No. So, that brings us then to the Ibinshade. The Ibinshade just stares at you all and kind of just watches without too much concern on its face. You can see that the dark shadows that kind of secrete from its body gather around it and kind of roil off its shoulders down to its hands. But it stays in the center of the circle. Defect, it is your turn.
All right. I would like to rage.
Ooh, yeah. Activate rage.
Yep. My second to last one. So with that rage, I get bonus movement. 10, 15, 20. Reacher. I'm sorry. There's a mystical energy around these artifacts.
So
Going in. I mean, like.
So each of these artifacts are kind of floating in the air above a
Right.
colored runic circle, and in like a column of light. Like that one is in. It's that small ring that looks as though it was the one Fluxus described that was stolen by Bodo.
Right.
And it is floating in a column of yellow light.
Ooh.
You did also notice that the items that would have been in the blast radius of nearest fireball took seemingly no damage or were not affected by it.
When the minions moved, did they go around the outside of the objects they passed, or did they?
Nope. They went around like as if they were going around something round.
With the rest of my movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can just reach her.
Ooh, nice.
I will. Yeah, let's swing my axe. Or I'm sorry, my sword, my Buster sword, at her. Oh my god.
On a natural one, you overswing and she manifests a scimitar and like kind of does this weird like dexterous like flick maneuver that you were not expecting her to make because she's a spellcaster. And you just like lose grip on your sword and spend the rest of your turn picking it up.
Oh, this sucks. All of this sucks. Okay. All right. Well, that's my turn. Let me at least take my last 5. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I lose my turn. That's it.
All right. Next up, we have some lair actions. Let's see.
Oh man.
Yes. I am going to need someone to roll a d8 for me, please.
Okay. 6.
A 6. Wonderful. Awesome. So what you see from this column of light that has this weird rod that is made of like 2 vertebrae that is twisted around that end in bony hands with the gem floating in it. Kind of this curved arc of lightning goes shooting out straight for Grrrig.
Damn it.
And Grrrig, I need you to make a actually there is no actually yes, I need a saving throw of Constitution, please.
16.
That is not enough.
Okay.
You take 38 necrotic damage as this lightning.
Do you have your Flash of Genius? Because that could help.
Unfortunately, I think the result is already known, so I don't think they can apply it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
this arc of kind of this indigo lightning just bursts out, and it doesn't so much hit you as it latches onto you and pulls life energy out of you. You take 38 necrotic damage, and your speed is reduced by half.
Cool.
And that is the lair action. We go to Olive.
Cool.
It actually doesn't say that after the action or the result is known.
Double check on that for me, Grrrig. If you can do it after you know it, then you can apply it if you want. And you'll take half damage.
Okay, a 4 would make the difference.
Potentially.
To make it a 20. Yeah, we don't know. I'll still be slow, though.
Well, you don't know.
Well, yeah. It's fine.
So while you're checking on that, Olive, it is your turn.
Like, can Olive tell that this has happened to Grrrig?
It is very visible, yes. Like, it arches from that column and kind of just like randomly fires at them.
Alright, Olive's gonna reach out a hand and tap Grrrig and cast Freedom of Movement upon them. So they can no longer, their movement can no longer be affected by spells or magical effects. Or difficult terrain.
Interesting. Cool. I will say that it will counter the effect. Sure. Or they're still under it, but your spell is also doing it. Is it concentration or anything?
It is not, and it lasts an hour.
Great. Cool.
And if Grrrig, if you are unaffected by any magical restraint or difficult terrain spells, magical effects, cannot reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. And if you are restrained by non-magical means, it takes you 5 feet of movement to escape.
Very cool.
I really want to put a ninja mask on now to be like, I'm so speedy.
Yeah. So that was my action. And that's not helpful. And that was my action, and it was a spell. So yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna switch back over to a tool that does something and just hide over here for a moment. Hide behind Spoot.
All right, so you kind of tuck up against that wall down there.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. All right, that will bring us then to Grrrig with Nereus on deck, followed by Paduk.
Fuck, I'm not ready.
Good talk. I'm gonna pop out my little cannon. When in doubt, do that.
All right, we're gonna pop out some Chomper. Where are they? There they are.
Chomper is going to be helpful and healy.
Yay, helpful and healy.
Yes.
All of his hit points at the moment, so that's good.
Healy Chomper is going to pew pew on the gang while we're here. Here, have 10 temp hit points.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you, Chomper.
Chomper is going to... Defect already booked it that away. Grrrig and Chomper are going to Scarper together over this way? Oh, wow, I selected everybody because apparently I have access to everybody. Nope, just 1 and 2. These two. Great. Okay. We're gonna Scarper, and I don't have it halved, so we're gonna go our 30 feet this way toward my best friend.
Okay.
Forever.
Best friends. And let's see, I did an action that was popping that out. And I am going to go ahead and drink one of these potions.
Yeah.
What do I have left? Because I'm allowed to do that.
Mhm.
Which Shiza? Trying to tell which inventory is accurate. Gasp. Alright. We're gonna go with a regular potion of healing, because that's what Roll20 says I have.
Okay.
Even though my other sheet says I have a greater. Ta-da!
Alright.
What is it, 2d4?
2d4 plus 2. Alright. That will bring us to Nereus. With Paduk on deck, followed by Spoot.
Okay, so
What the?
that
What?
spell won't
What
work
did
the
he
way
do?
Oh,
I
sorry.
want it.
That's my investigate. Button. I accidentally clicked it.
All right. Nereus is going to run over to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And so a spell that says like you fire blank at a target within that you can see within range.
Uh-huh.
Even if I can see this person within range, I cannot fire in a straight line right now, right?
You know that whatever this thing is granting them... Essentially, they're behind a wall at the moment.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm just going to straight up tell you, you know what this kind of thing is. Wall of Force provides total cover. Cover is
Right.
not the same as concealment. You cannot target a creature with a spell that is behind total cover.
Okay. That's all right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't know if like I had to make spells curve or like what does this do?
Yeah.
All right. All of my stuff is like projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
They heard of you from Oligar, so...
I know. I just like I don't want to delete the wall of force just yet.
That's a valid tactic.
I'll get there eventually. Shit. I don't know what to do.
Well, what would you like to do? I know it's rough.
I'm going to just hold an anima burst.
Okay.
For when she
For if she comes into range.
yeah, whatever range would be, like if she has to go around the corner to cast a spell.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. That will bring us then to Paduk.
Cool. Paduk is currently invisible, yes?
Currently, he is.
Great. He is going to fly this away. He's got 40 feet of flight. He's just trying to see how far he can go this way. If he encounters
yeah, he gets to here and like hits the wall like just before this carving.
Cool. And that was that was 15 feet?
Yeah, we'll call it 15.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40 is just going to fly over here and chill invisibly near Grrrig in case someone needs healing.
Cool.
Who could possibly need healing?
Paduk can make a medicine check if he wants.
Sure.
Because he was in that double blast and then saw Grrrig get smashed by weird lightning. He knows that beyond his own well-being, Grrrig is pretty fucked up.
That's me.
Like, barely hanging on. They're putting on a brave face.
Cool. If I cast a spell, then I become visible.
Yep.
How much do I care? Probably not that much. Cool. In that case, he will toss a cure wounds on
Going
Grrrig
to your Witcher.
while he is there. So that's 18 healing to Grrrig.
Cool.
He is now visible, so he's gonna try to hide behind them. Because Grrrig is such great cover if you're sprite-sized.
I need Nereus and Olive to make deception checks, please.
Okay.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Good job. All right, that will bring us to Spoot.
Alright, Spoot. It's gonna step right there.
Top right there.
Wrong character sheet. God, I can't wait to play something that doesn't do magic. Fuck. Yeah, we're just gonna do a mass healing word.
Cool. If you want to
It could hit
include,
everybody.
if you want to include defect, you'd have to move to here just so you can get around the wall.
But it's a 60-foot rate. The wall blocks
The
healing.
wall.
Oh, is it a radius thing?
Yeah. It's a healing word.
What point are you casting it on?
I forget if it's centered on myself or an area.
Because essentially, like, you can't cast it like here because the wall will block it.
Thought it was from you.
Yeah, it's from you.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, the healing word is from me, so...
Oh, it's from you. Okay, great.
So there? Question mark?
Great. If it originates from you, though, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Like, that will get all your friends, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know I'd have to heal around a barrier, too.
Well, again...
I know, I'm just like... conceptually, that part didn't click with me.
Yeah,
As
no,
much as,
it's
like,
it's
an
a weird
actual, like,
mechanic. I totally get it.
Physical wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So,
right. Oh, right.
roll,
The heal.
Roll that beautiful heal.
Oh, sick. Everybody gets 9.
Sweet. Everybody gets 9 hit points, including Paduk, who is no longer invisible.
Yes.
We can remove his little ninja mask. All right.
Not much, but
Anything else from Spoot?
nope.
I need.
Oh, wait. No, that was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hit that lady with Sacred Flame from here? Or do I have to do one more step over?
She is blocked at the moment. You'd have to move.
I'll step to here? Is that good?
Yeah. Well, meh.
Is there? Can
Yeah.
we put a bubble down for me? Because I can't
Sure.
do this.
Yeah. Stand by.
I can't function.
Struggle bussin'.
I'm a very visual learner.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Perfect.
Heyo.
All right. So one more step, or does that ricochet? Bounce off the wall.
There you go.
Bonk. There we
Looks
go.
like it skims it.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I'll say that you can ping it through there.
All right, Sacred Flame.
All right, yeah. That's a dex save.
Yes.
14 on the dex save.
All right, it's DC 18, so 3d8 plus.
That's a failure.
$21 Sacred Flame points.
Whew. Dang, that's hot. All right, wonderful. I need at the end of Spoot's turn. I need him to make a deception check, please.
Dude is great at that.
Who are we deceiving?
Don't worry about
Aside
it.
from ourselves.
Right.
Okay, great. All right, next up we have our Warlocky friends. The one next to Defect, using that fancy scimitar, just goes ahead and goes to town on Defect, or attempts to, with 3 scimitar attacks. Only one of which hits for 6 slashing reduced to 3, and 16 necrotic damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. Okay.
This one kind of steps up over here, points a finger at Defect, and I need Defect. Let's see. A 16 does not hit you, which is sad.
Well, sad to
Not for
some,
Defect.
I was
but
about to say, is that
I think that's
cool?
great news for the majority of people involved here.
That's too bad. It would have been a lot of fun. Okay, great. Both of them then, like, using their bonus action, twist and shake and, like, become this horrible, dreaded aspect. One of them, like, has, like, rocks jut from her face and just becomes this terrifying, like, half-earthen rock fisher thing. The other one turns into a scaly, lizard-like, rotting undead fish monstrosity. And they assume a dreadful form.
How dreadful.
It's pretty
just
dreadful.
told us.
No, that was an exclamation of dread. Oh no.
Cool. And that is the end of their turns. Defect is just too beefy to hit. The Ibinshade just kind of turns its head and watches you all kind of dance around, kind of stopping to look at some of you every once in a while. But makes no aggressive moves. You see that black is still gathering, that black energy is still gathering around its hands.
I'm sure that's not a problem.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Defect, that will bring us to you.
Yeah, Defect is a little embarrassed from that last turn, so he will be reckless now.
Okay.
And attack this lady. A 20 to hit.
A 20 will hit.
Excellent. And the next swing. A 16.
A 16 will also hit.
Yeah. And that's for 14.
You see that a lot of like the rock form that she just turned into, it doesn't batter away, but like you hit and damage that, and there's like cracks and fissures appear. And then you see that you managed to like chip off some of it and reveal a little bit of her like true form beneath. Looks like you cut through some temporary hit points. Good job.
Woohoo!
Thanks.
It's a much more hideous form underneath.
Even more
I'm just
dreadful.
gonna shift up to here.
All right.
That would be my turn.
Great. I need someone to please roll a d8 as we hit the lair action.
I got it.
Thank you.
Figure
Alright.
we all take it so that one person isn't liable for fucking it up for everybody.
Right.
That's right.
Sure. We take
All right.
turns fucking it up for everybody.
Exactly. No sole responsibility.
Right.
All right. The blue column lights up, and you see the gem within that golden shield glows, and poof, a massive blue wave emanates from it. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
We should save.
Even though I have cover from it.
Yep.
This time I've learned I'm gonna
Who's
just
worth
go
asking?
flat.
Sarah, cover doesn't work for us. It's only for them.
Just gonna
Well,
go.
you're on the
flat.
same side. You're all on the same side of the wall as these things. Is the problem?
Right, but I'm behind a physical wall. Like a
Yeah,
rock
she's
wall.
behind a physical wall.
Oh, are
She's
you?
still in the tower.
Unfortunately, yes, you are still within range of the wave. Because that's not really like a wall. That's just like a crenellation. So,
Wow,
because you're on the top of the towers.
I see.
All right. So, dear friends, let's see. Nereus has a 13. Grrrig has a 13 and is using Flash of Genius.
17. Yes.
17. Wonderful. Olive is a 17. Defect is a 15. I need Spoot.
-3.
Oh, right,
All right.
Spoot.
-3. I need Spoot and Padook. Okay.
Hello?
McFly.
There we go.
There it is. All right. Unfortunately, nobody saved this time.
Oh
I
dang.
like how we all have like massive con saving throws and it's
It's just a bad round of rolls.
Seriously.
Honestly, this is not the worst one to suffer from.
Oh, good.
If you failed, which is everybody, all status effects, magical effects, alternate forms, and conditions are removed from you unless they are detrimental to you. Which means, like, if you are under the effects of like bless or something like that, that effect goes away.
What about my
That means
death ward?
Death ward goes away. It is a magical effect.
Ooh. Rough.
And my speed is down to half again.
Your speed is down to half again as the freedom of movement is removed from you.
Yes.
What about magical items?
Magical items are unaffected.
Okay.
Like, and if they're conferring a bonus to you, they still do so. It's just like if you're under like a magical effect of like a spell.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So like if you had like if you were like under the haste spell and had your speed boosted or were resistant to poison because of a spell or anything like that, it is now gone. You have all been under the hit by an effect of the Purge Shard, which will bring us to Olive.
Hey, that's me. Since this wall is not actually doing Olive any favors, she's gonna come on over here.
The wall isn't walling.
The wall isn't walling, and I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on our dreadful friend over here.
Cool. So again, they are essentially behind cover. They're behind.
Oh, you have to
cover,
scooch over.
so you can't target them with a spell.
The spell originates from a 40 feet in the air.
Right, but they're still behind a wall, so like you can't target them.
That's the same thing with the healing. You just have to scoot over one more square.
Yeah, you just need to move over a little bit.
Oh, I thought I had scooted over far enough. Okay, great.
Yeah, you just need to get there.
But I walked over there. I
Yeah,
understand.
no problem. Yeah, it's weird. It's trying to think 3D in a 2D scale. I get it. Cool. Okay, so yes, Moonbeam. Fantastic.
When a creature enters the spell's area the first time or starts its turn there, make a con save.
Cool. All right. So when it starts its turn, it will make a con save.
And I'm concentrating on that.
You are concentrating on that.
Concentrate.
It is weird that it doesn't do it when you cast the spell, but it's not.
There are multiple spells that act that way. So
yeah.
Defect. I need you to make a deception check for me, please.
I want to know who we're deceiving.
I know.
A 12?
The only one who seems to be looking around at you all is the Ibinshade. The warlocks are very busy trying to kill Defect.
Sure.
But they'll be fine.
All right. Wonderful. Grrrig.
Well, Grrrig is gonna do ye old Mind Palace.
Ooh. What's that?
From my lovely crown of fallen Imperials
Ah, excellent.
that has been awakened upon my brow.
Yeah.
My noble brow.
Yes.
At least you already have the crown for when you rule your Goblin Empire.
That's right.
So, what are you trying to put together or solve or such thing in this moment as you tap into this crown upon your head? The gem within it glows, and your mind feels an inrush of all the knowledge and lore of all who have worn the crown before, of everything they've ever read, and it's so much to sift through, and you know it's not going to stay, so you got to focus it in this moment.
Yep. I am focusing on a means to disrupt ritual of this scale. Having an inkling because I have a vial of acid.
Cool. You know right away you do not have enough acid to do diddly squat to this ritual.
Darn.
You can tell looking at this.
One key thing. Come on.
You can tell looking at this. You know that this runic circle is currently protected by a wall of force, so that's a problem for you. Beyond that, it looks like it has been carved in with like significant detail, so like your little vial of acid probably wouldn't do enough damage to really affect it unless you had like 1,000,000 times as much. What the crown also tells you is that it is evident from the amount of energy input here that this ritual has been going on for days, which means that the figure inside probably has not left that circle for that amount of time. Which also means you don't know the nature of that entity necessarily, but what you do know is if it's not there to focus the energies, then the energies will probably dissipate if the one who is conducting the ritual is removed from the field. So that tells you that, like, and it seems like it's cascading at this point, like it's self-perpetual right now. But if the driving will behind the ritual is removed, then whenever it triggers, there will be no one there to guide it, so the energies will just be released. You don't necessarily know what that will mean in this particular ritual, but if it's not there to tell it what to do, then it can't do the thing it wants to do.
Heard.
Yeah, so it seems like you are aware that this, you do know for a detail you may have forgotten, is that this ritual is set to coincide with the lunar alignment between the two moons, and they are getting close together. They're probably minutes away, maybe like 20 minutes away at most. So it could be sooner. It's a little hard to tell because you're not like a lunar scientist or whatever.
Right.
But like,
How dare you, Grrrig?
At least 2 minutes, maybe as much as 20. That's a big range.
Got it. Great.
But you know that this ritual is timed to go off at the apex of that moment. So there is a bit of a time crunch in this.
Cool. Does it tell me it? I know that there's a wall of force. Oh, I see. That's that. Okay, great.
Yeah, that pink circle that I drew on there, that's the wall of force that is protecting that.
Got it. Yep. Right. I remembered that and then forgot. Okay. Thanks, Mind Palace.
Yeah.
At that, Grrrig is going to scream, "Knock him out of the ring, or one of us get in it!" Through the telepathic bond that I've already created between my friends. Just kidding. It's a mental yell.
Okay. Grrrig, at the end of your turn, I need you to make a deception check, please.
Oh, is that a whole action? Okay. Can I make my pew pew?
Yeah.
Great.
You can set off heals.
This doesn't say it's an action.
Let me double check.
At least not in what I copy pasted.
Stand by. It is awakened at this moment in time, correct?
Yes.
You're right. It does not say action, but it was intended to be an action.
Okay.
Because you get a lot for that, so.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Protector, pew pew. Me and my friends here next to me, Padook and Spoot and Olive, get 7 if you have lost your temporary hit points. I don't know that any of us have.
Cool. If you have less than 7, you now have 7. Wonderful. That will bring us to Nereus with Padook on deck, followed by Spoot.
Did Grrrig yell out any of that stuff or no?
Through the telepathic bond.
Oh, we do have telepathic bond up?
I thought so.
You had enough time to cast it.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, that was last night. I just decided that it was always on. Oops.
We have permanent telepathic bond. Alright.
Twice per long rest, so... Safe to say I would have done it now.
Yeah, you could have cast it during your ascent, like when you got to that trap door, so... that lasts for, like, 4 hours or something?
Something. I don't remember, but
hour.
yeah.
I think it's an hour.
It lasts a while.
Yeah.
Alright.
It should last
1
long
hour.
enough. Yeah, you're fine. I'm willing to say that, yes, you did that.
Great, thank you.
Alright, back to Nereus. Yeah.
I don't know how this is a big wall. Subtle spell disintegrate.
Okay. Yeah, you...
Yeah, big walls in the big way.
You cast the spell Disintegrate, which does effectively destroy the wall.
Thick.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Nereus is just gonna yell out, "Here goes nothing!"
You all see as kind of like these rainbow as Nereus blasts this wall with this dark energy beam. From where he goes, it kind of like streaks black along this invisible circular dome, and then it blasts into a bunch of tiny, brilliantly colored pieces, which triggers the Ibinshade's held action.
Mm-hmm.
And an arcane blast heads towards Nereus. But that's a natural 1, so it misses.
Sick. Also, because I casted a spell.
Yep.
This little green thing takes damage.
Which little green thing?
This thing. I don't know. I'm just being stupid.
Oh. I'm like, what little green thing?
Because it's a non-spell magical effect.
Very cool. All right.
So.
Yeah, it's the lightning kind of blanches out from you, and it just kind of seems to course over that green column of light.
Damn. It's max out and the whole ritual's just done.
Anything else on your turn?
No. That's unfortunately it.
Okay.
That was not what I meant to do. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to do the.
Click to read.
No, I was just trying to pull Paduke's character sheet to the front of the window and.
That happens all the time.
At the end of your turn, Nereus, the Ibinshade uses a legendary action.
Of course.
That is a 29 to hit.
Misses.
As you are blasted by this heavy, concentrated burst of arcane energy, right in the chest.
And this isn't a spell, right?
Nope. It is 19 force damage.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like we are getting a spoot.
Ooh.
Hey. Cameo.
Amber, thanks for those 10 hit points.
You're welcome. Also, I realized that I never hit enter. How many hit points was I supposed to have lost?
From what?
The failed con save.
I think it was 38 necrotic.
Which,
I'm remembering
which
it right.
one?
The one before, the most recent one, where I did Flash of Genius and got a 17 and it still wasn't enough.
Oh, that was the magical item one.
Oh, that was the magical effects one, so...
Oh, right. Okay, I just panicked that I forgot to do something. Alright, we're good. Sorry.
Hello.
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 Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Are we still alive?
For
So
now.
far.
I got rid of the magical barrier.
Oh, nice.
Defect's playing with 2 warlocks in the corner.
Fun. I'm gonna try to minimize chat because you can probably hear the party music in the background.
Oh, you're all good.
Mm-mm.
Cool. All right, great. Great. Cool. So we do have a spoot now, which is exciting. Great. Where were we? All right. End of Nereus' turn. Got blasted by some arcane force. That brings us to Paduke with Spoot on deck.
Cool. Paduke is going to not do that. Is gonna throw some more healing He's going to throw some healing word at, I don't know, at defect.
Okay.
At level 4. So that's 18 healing to defect.
Nice.
That was a
18
bonus
heal.
action.
Mhm.
As his action, he is
Thank
going
you.
to go invisible.
Wonderful. He disappears.
And once he is invisible, he's going to fly like over here somewhere.
Let me just check something real quick. Great. Cool. All right. That is Duke's turn, which brings us to Spoot.
Matt, are you taking over? Do you need me to?
I can try. What has occurred?
So the most recent, everybody's doable on HP. The most recent development is Grrrig yelled out that we need to get rid of the guy in the center because that'll disrupt the ritual. I deleted the wall of force that was around him. It probably won't work. I was gonna try to cast banishment using Spoot, but I mean, if you're here, I mean, you can assume control.
Gotcha.
But there is a layer effect that could possibly come up, which is a shield that gets rid of all positive, essentially magical enchantments on the party, like spell-wise. So, like, if your death ward is gone on defect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Sad.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
positive concentration spells aren't gonna probably do very well.
Death Ward is not a concentration spell. Does that make a difference?
Nope.
Or no, sorry, magical effects, but
Yeah,
a lot of the stuff is
it
concentration.
cleared, essentially cleared the Ibinshade enemies of any positive enchantments or status conditions or anything like that.
Oh, cool. That's super cool. So glad that the one time I was like, I should preempt the spell. This is what happened.
You can always cast it again.
Yeah, I'm sure I could get counterspell. With probably anything, really, but let's go for it. I don't know, this will be fun. Let's try to cast banishment on this guy right out the gate and see if it fails.
Cool. So you go to
The
cast
18 charisma.
banishment. What is the level of banishment?
4.
4.
Okay, great.
Oh wait, Matt, can you have your character sheet open in front of you now?
I do.
Oh, okay. I'll close yours then.
Any changes I should make? I know a 4, a 5, and a 6 were already spent.
I used a 3.
Okay, great.
And then I did 21 damage with a Sacred Flame.
Oh, that's not bad. So the guy in the center?
No, to one of the warlocks.
Oh, okay.
So you go to cast banishment, and immediately the Ibinshade turns its head towards you and just waves a hand, and your spell vanishes as it is.
Can I counterspell his counterspell?
Counterspell the counterspell.
You want to?
I would like to counterspell his counterspell.
Okay, you reach up your hand and counterspell its counterspell, and it raises its other hand and counterspells your counterspell of its counterspell.
I counterspell his counterspell to my counterspell for the counterspell.
You only have one reaction.
Apparently he does not.
Son of a bitch.
I'm very amused. And
That's
I'm
okay.
okay.
I will remind you, it constantly refers to itself as we.
It's got infinite reactions. Everyone just rush them. We can't cast spells.
I didn't say it had infinite reactions.
Just multiple.
It is very limited in what it can do in reactions, I will tell you that.
I think I have a pill for multiple personalities.
Doesn't Defect have multiple personalities
We don't know yet.
So,
I need to find out.
I need. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a bonus action option. I would love to get spiritual weapon out, but that
Well,
would get counterspelled like nobody's
Spoot.
business. So.
Not necessarily.
Hold on. There's more. Spoot.
Oh,
As your banishment is counterspelled, you feel like voices creep into your mind, and you take 8 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
And Nereus, when your counterspell is in turn counterspelled, the same voices creep into your mind, and you take 4 points of psychic damage.
All right.
And it is just a cacophonous royal of voices talking in languages you can't understand, but it is not pleasant. Okay.
All right, so what's this thing in front of me? I think I understood from last week that the points of the star are artifacts or shards being channeled.
Yeah, so these, in the center of each of these circles, one of these shard-touched artifacts is floating. And you recognize many of them from descriptions that you were given by people.
Huh. Video game logic tells me we should destroy those things also, but
They are each floating in like columns of their like colored light, like over these glowing runes.
Cool. Well, that will be something to try for next turn. Because there are too many of us standing nearby, I'm going to use my movement to spread out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm going to start praying, I guess.
I don't think that's a bad option.
Nah.
Cool. All right. Wonderful. All right, back to the top of the round. We have the Warlocks. So what is the save that she needs to make?
Con save on the Moonbeam.
She fails the con save, so go ahead, roll damage.
Why do we do this?
Does the Moonbeam's shape changer thing affect that form?
Yeah, if
Ooh.
well, she gets a whopping 3 radiant damage, and yes, if she is a shape changer, she instantly reverts to original form.
She is not a shape changer, actually.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
if that ability counts.
Nope.
Yeah.
She's
Worth
just
a try.
she's just in a
She's just dreadful.
a dreadful
Just
thing.
dreadful.
Yeah.
Well, that was lame. 3 radiant damage.
Wonderful. Yeah. So
Rolled a 1 and a 2.
she will move out of the moonbeam.
Yeah.
Kind of circle defect here. And she's gonna attempt to hit defect with a scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
3 attacks towards you, defect, 2 of which hit. For 5 slashing, reduced to 2, and 13 necrotic.
Okay, got it.
And a 25 to hit for 7 slashing, reduced to 3, and 18 necrotic damage.
Yikes.
Got it. Okay.
I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Anything but that.
Woo!
That is a success. Okay. That is a success.
I'm surprised. Okay.
Yeah, as she hits you with her scimitar, you are not frightened of her.
Defect's seen much scarier things.
Yes.
Indeed.
Today, even.
Today.
Yes. Today, even.
That's true.
All right. So our little warlock friend here. Let's see. Yeah, she's not too happy. Oh.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah, so what she's going to do, right here, where she sees this nice gathering of people,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and now that the wall's not there, a burst of dark shadows explode in your area once again.
Mm-hmm.
And I need Chomper, Grrrig, and Olive. Which, actually, let me make sure that they're the only ones who are in this. Let's see, 10-foot radius.
Spook takes a reaction to step 5 feet to the side.
Actually, Spoot as well.
Cool.
All of you need
You're
to
evil.
make a dexterity saving throw, if you'd be so kind. Please.
Did you just say you're evil?
He knows it.
I do know.
Cool.
Let's go. Cannon, where'd your character sheet go? There it is.
Oh, Chomper rolled a natural 20, which is excellent.
Chomper is very dexterous.
He's a little guy. So everybody else failed. And so takes I need to separate this out because Spoot, you are resistant to necrotic damage. Which is good because 19 necrotic damage. Spoot, that is halved for you, so that's halved down to 9. And then 8 cold damage. Chomper takes 9 and 4. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yes, and Chomper, I forget, does or does not get the temporary hit points when he does it.
He gives it to himself. Yeah.
Itself, yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
So the total for Chomper is 9 plus 5, 9 plus 4.
9 plus 4, so 14.
14.
Was I too far for the 10 hit points? Yes.
Earlier you would have had
You have 10
7.
at the moment.
You had 10.
10.
You had 10,
10.
yes.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Right.
So that damage would eat
10.
through your temporary hit points first.
That's
4.
perfect.
And then me, I lost 9 plus 8 is 17.
Correct.
No, 18. I failed.
Oh, you failed. So you take
18.
27 total damage
27.
because you are not resistant to any of it.
Yep.
All right.
And
Wait, it was 27 for failures? Why did I have 19?
It's 19 necrotic and 8 cold.
Ah, that's what happened.
yep.
Yeah, it's 2 damage types. It's these
Yes.
dark shadows, and they're just cold and deadly.
Because I had some temporary, I broke that into 2, and then
Got it.
missed the other one.
Got
Okay,
it.
caught up now.
All right, cool. All right, that is the end of the Warlocks. The Ibinshade is up next.
Awesome.
The Ibinshade is going to use a turn.
Oh,
All right.
No. Counter turn.
Counter turn. He's going to spread the love. He raises his hands, and you see 4 black, like, concentrated bolts of spiraling energy shoot out towards Defect, Olive, Spoot, and Nereus.
cool.
Defect, that is a 20 to hit.
Okay.
For 28 force damage.
Ouch. All right.
Olive, that is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
For 38 force damage.
Ouch.
And that is a 19 con save for your Moonbeam. Okay, so Moonbeam,
Bye-bye, Moonbeam.
unfortunately, is gone.
Yeah, it wasn't that useful anyway.
Spoot, that is a 22 to hit. For 25 force damage. And Nereus, that is a 17 to hit. For 27. Shield, excellent. Pew! This black rolling energy that you've been hit by already, like you see it just waft over your shield at the last moment.
I'm surprised. I was like, do I want to be counterspelled or?
Do I want to be counterspelled?
Wonderful.
Something we ask ourselves every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's an important question.
Yeah. So he just kind of like uses hands and poo 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 poo. Launches. It's like an anime when they have those like rocket launchers on their shoulders and like all the missiles fire out, landing one on each of you. And he says, "I told you you could not defeat us. We told you that it was useless." And that is the end of its turn. Defect, it is your turn.
Okay, remind me, what are these ladies wearing? Are they just cloaks that I see?
Yeah, they're just like, they've got like magical protections, but they are not wearing like heavy armor or anything.
I'll probably regret this, but I gotta try at least once. So I'm going to be reckless and also use my weapon master feat.
All right.
Yeah. That's a -8, so.
Yeah, so unfortunately that will miss.
Yeah, so. I'll. You know what? I want to stay committed on this turn. Let me try one more time.
Okay.
There we go. That's 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Nice, for 24 points of damage.
Wonderful.
Ooh, good thing I stayed committed.
Yeah. Very nice. 24 points of damage. Nice. Yeah, you lay in with the massive cloud buster sword and just and you catch her in the side and she goes, ah!
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've done this. Don't I get a bonus thing every time I hit with Cloud Buster? With the busting sword? Wait, hold on.
With the busting sword?
When you...
Yeah, you get force damage.
Oh, when I roll a nat 20 only. Okay.
Yeah, essentially it builds up the charge, and when you roll a nat 20, it does crazy shit.
You're like Black Panther.
Kind of, yeah. Wonderful. All right.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Great. I need somebody to roll a d8 for me.
Wait, hold on a second. No, wait, hold on. Fine print right here. Additionally, your attacks deal an extra 1d8 force damage. When I roll a nat 20, I roll 4d8 force damage.
Right. Did that not include the 1d8?
No. Let me see.
I don't think so.
It did not.
Nope, it didn't. So, I don't know why it's not including it, but you should roll that.
Not? Hold on.
Roll a d8 of force.
It's in the... No, maybe it is, because it's in the... I think it is. Force strength.
Doesn't look like it. A 1d12 plus...
It's 1d12 plus 4.
4
from
and
your rage
plus
modifier,
4.
And then plus 4 from your strength.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. You make these weird custom things, so I don't know what it is.
Okay. No, it's a 1 more point.
All right.
Sorry for that little delay.
No, you're good.
1 point of damage.
All right. So now I need somebody to roll a d8 for me for the lair actions.
I already had my turn.
I'll do it.
All right. Go for it.
8. We had it already, didn't we?
All right. You see all of the... You have not had an 8 yet. You see
Yeah.
all of the runes begin to glow.
Oh no.
And you see them all like pattern shift, like they like start chasing as the Ibinshade turns around, and the Ibinshade looks over towards Olive. Or no, sorry, not Olive. Towards Grrrig.
Oh, dang. What's up, bro?
As the yellow column right next to you glows as the Ibinshade's eyes also glow yellow for an instant.
Hello, yellow friend.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I got better at those.
Were you turned into a newt?
19.
That is a success. You feel your mind try to be swayed in some capacity to do something you don't want to do, but you push through it. You're too solid on this.
Too pig-headed. That's me.
So great job. That brings us to Olive.
All right. Olive is going to try something.
Mm-hmm.
Olive is going to cast Spike Growth
Okay.
over here and attempt to just basically spikes grow out of the ground.
Cool. You go to cast the spell, and it raises its hand and counterspells you.
Of course it does.
It's a second level spell, so it's immediately countered. No roll necessary.
Cool.
And you feel those voices in your mind, Olive.
Yep.
And they... and you take 9 points of psychic damage.
Ouch. Cool.
This could be good. Maybe he'll waste all the counter spells on like our low levels.
He has 2 at least every turn.
Yep. Cool. Olive is going to what the hell? I still have hit points. Attempt to she's gonna take a step up and try to like stick her hand into this yellow column.
All right. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Sure. Could have been better.
Cool. You go to stick your hand through that yellow light.
Mm-hmm.
Your hand is blasted back.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 4 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
This is untyped damage.
4 untyped damages. Awesome.
Just damage.
Cool.
Upon interacting with this, it was like trying to ram your hand through a brick wall or like a stone wall. Like, you get the feeling that it is whatever's going on. It's been going on for too long, and like it's built up too much pressure. Like, you can't get your hand in there.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna I'll walk over here and stand on these runes for the moment.
All right. At the
Just
end
to get away from everyone.
Yep. At the end of your turn, the Ibinshade raises a hand back towards Defect.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 18 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh, does it? I thought you were 19. Sad.
I wish I was 19. I wish I can look you in the eyes and lie to you, but...
Well, I appreciate your
18.
honesty. I will reward you with 13 force damage.
13. Okay.
All right. That brings us to Grrrig.
Great. Good talk. Grrrig is going to move the measly 15 that I can.
Uh-huh.
My little cannon, just while my brain is on movement, is going to move over here to hopefully be able to hit Defect and myself. And even though I don't know Paduk is there, Paduk would always be included in my mental thought process.
Of course.
For my little cannon.
My little cannon, my little
Ooh, it
cannon.
rolled a nat 20. Does that actually give us the 17 or just the
If
11?
only.
Wouldn't that be
no,
nice?
Critical heals.
just the 11. You know what?
Great.
No, just the 11. No, I will be magnanimous. Chomper rolled a natural 20. Fuck it. You can have 17 temporary hit points.
Alright. It's
Way over
great.
there.
You know, Chomper doesn't get to roll that much in Protector mode, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Chomper's all the way over there, though. Paduk will take the 17.
Paduk will take the 17, so will Grrrig and Defect. And
Fuck it.
what's his face is looking this way?
Uh,
Or is Creepy Face looking this way anymore?
he seems to constantly just be looking around at all of you, kind of just watching.
Great. He's just on a swivel.
Yeah. But he
I'm gonna
doesn't
try
seem
it.
particularly hurried in his
No, that's
shenanigans.
fair. That's fair. I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
All right. You vanish. It is not counterspelled.
That's good. That's good.
So you go. Whoop.
I'm invisible. Great. Good talk. That's everything I can do because I have half movement right now.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the Ibinshade looks at Olive
Mm-hmm.
and says, "You're in my circle.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot allow that."
Accurate.
And rolls a natural 1 on his attack roll.
Nice.
This quick burst of black arcane energy on his legendary action, just right over your head.
As a free reaction, I'm going to stick my tongue out at him.
Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair.
As one should.
Well, that'll bring us to Nereus. Paduk and Spoot on deck.
Alright. Since I don't think my endgame plan will work out very well with this guy.
Don't forget we have telepathic bond.
I know. No, I don't think he would let me teleport out of here to get you guys out if need be. Because I don't have enough counterspells to multi-counterspell.
Oh.
Nereus is gonna step up to here. I think this is...
Okay.
Perfect. Subtle spell,
Uh-huh.
prismatic ray.
Cool. What is prismatic ray?
I'm gonna shoot rainbows at everybody
Oh,
in a
that's-
60-foot cone.
That's very apropos in this moment.
Yeah, I figured there's
Um,
enough colors in the room.
Cool.
I can't. What is my D&D Beyond isn't letting me share the spell. Hold on.
Ooh.
It's just telling me cast the spell. It's not giving me a display button. Alright, 8 multicolored rays flash from your hands. Each ray is a different color and has a different power and purpose. Each creature in a 60-foot
It's
cone
a-
must
it's
succeed on
a-
dex saving throw.
7th level spell?
Yes. Subtle spell.
Yep. He raises a hand and counters it.
Are you... But...
He only used one.
No. Subtle spell is supposed to negate counter spell. Because you can't see me doing anything.
That is
Mhm.
correct. However, you get the sense in this moment that this entity can detect any spell cast within a certain radius of it.
Alright, I'm just gonna go back over here. I'm just gonna sit down.
And when it does
Bullshit.
so, you hear voices in your head and take 8 points of psychic damage.
Joke's on you. I took aspirin, so I'm fine.
Oh, good. I will say, it almost didn't make that roll. Like, it just made it. Because the DC was a 17 on that.
I just want you to know every single time I've tried to cast a 7th level spell, you have blocked me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, it's not okay.
I'm not trying to, honestly. The
He's
thing
not
is
sorry.
trying to. I just roll the
No,
dice.
it's every single time I've tried to cast this one spell, you specifically have blocked me, and I'm getting mad now. I want to cast a spell.
I would love for it to work. I really thought it was going to, but then I had to count, and I realized it just made it. I was so ready for it to not to. Well, that will bring us to Paduk. Actually, at the end of your turn, it will use its last legendary action to fire at Defect again. Actually, it's going to fire at Olive again because it didn't like that it missed.
Is this an Eldritch Blast?
No, it is not a spell.
I was just gonna be petty just for shits.
You should be petty. He's a dick. That is a 30 to hit.
No.
Olive, you take 21 force damage.
Ouch.
Remember any temporary hit points you may have. Paduk, with Spoot on deck.
Hang on. Oh, wait, I don't have any because I was outside the radius.
Alright, well, that will bring us to Paduk.
Oh, and that's also me. Sorry, that was 21 force damage?
Correct.
Great. Paduk. Oh, lovely little Paduk.
Spoot, you're on deck.
That's not what I wanted to do at all. Please hold. Having some issues with this. There we go. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ew, mer.
He doesn't do much.
He doesn't. He's going to take a look around and see how all of his friends are doing.
Yeah,
and
make a medicine
then
check.
Medicine, where did you go? There it is. 21.
Yeah, Defect is looking kind of hurt. Grrrig is very hurt. Spoot's hurt. Olive is very hurt. And Nereus is a bit hurt.
Cool.
Nereus' pride is hurt.
You can detect the sulking of Nereus over in the corner.
He's going to cast a mass healing word.
Wonderful.
For a whopping 9.
Everybody gets 9. The spell is not countered.
No, I think it's a spell.
Oh, is Nereus going to counter spell?
No.
That's amazing.
No, he used up his 2. He used up his 2.
Well, listen, I'm feeling left out.
That's fair.
That makes him no longer invisible.
Correct.
Wait. He used his 2 counter spells already? Fuck, I could have counterspelled this counterspell then.
I mean, to be fair, you don't know that he only has 2.
We know he has at
That's
least
also
2.
fair.
Yeah, you know that he
Correct.
has at least 2. All right, that is Paduk's turn. Well, that will bring us to Spoot. If Paduk wants to move, he may.
Sure,
Alright,
Paduk's gonna come over here and hide. Or, I guess, come over here and do his thing. I don't think he gets a...
Yep. Go ahead, Spoot.
Oh goodness. Olive has put me in cone range. Let's see if I'm gonna move. I don't really want to be around one of those other things either.
Yeah, there's no good place to be.
It looks like everything you're standing in could be something. I tell you what, let me try something that may not work. I would like to use one of my divine interventions. I'm going to call upon Farlane for a bit of help, tap into some divine energy in the hopes that it doesn't get counterspelled.
All right, go ahead. Roll for your divine intervention. You need to roll under 14 or under on a D100.
Stand by 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. Remind me what I'm rolling again.
A D100.
D100.
A D100. Interesting. Didn't see that coming.
If you don't hear from Melanie, it's at 15. That's your cue to gentlemanly.
Gentlemanly what?
Scooch everyone out.
Scooch everyone out. Love it.
That's my guess.
Sorry, it's the party's over, so I've been asked to start taking the party lights out. I rolled your stupid D100.
You feel the encouragement of Farlane, but feel as though in this moment he cannot reach you.
Very unsatisfying.
Yeah, you feel that his concern is with you, but he can't get you at this moment in time.
But that doesn't count against my use of Channel Divinity ? Since nothing got used.
Correct. Well, it used your action.
Use my action. Yeah, I concede on that. Great. Really got nothing else to do except for.
You got a bonus action you
try
want
to? No. I'm gonna try to move. Oh boy. Keeping spread out. I'm gonna try to move over here? Question mark?
Okay. You scamper on over there.
Yeah, no, I got nothing I can do.
All right. That will bring us back to the top of the round, and that will be where we end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged, at the top of the round, in the midst of a battle against the Ibinshade, and two of its possibly only remaining cronies.
Minions.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wild. So we'll pick up there next week. Wow. What a time.
What a time to be alive.
To be not dead yet.
I will say, Spoot knows that it is an amalgamation of many different powerful wizards.
Yeah.
So, it's good on the magic side of things.
Yep.
However, its corporeal body seems very frail and fragile, and none of you have gone after it.
Yeah, I just had an idea, but I have to wait till my next turn comes around.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Write that idea down.
I did. Just
Wonderful.
now.
Love that. Cool. Well, thank you all for playing and whetting your appetite on this crazy, dangerous battle that we will pick up next week here on Nuuli Forged. Again, sorry we were late this evening, but we wanted to do a little bit, get this ball rolling, because it is the big battle at the end of all things.
It's end game.
So it's good times all around. Thank you so much, I've Got It, for the resubscription, 37 months, being an amazing moderator. I saw NYC Zombie in there earlier. So thank you to anyone who came by and gave us a lurk, gave us a watch. Next week's battle is going to continue to be crazy, with all the lair actions going on. You've only seen 3 of the effects, I think, right?
6, 8,
Yeah.
and whatever the nullification was. Yes.
6,
Yeah.
8, 5.
5.
5.
I'll say 5.
Yeah. Well, actually, here I will tell you this. You notice that there are 7
Right.
artifacts. You rolled an 8, and when it did so, they all flashed, and the Ibinshade's eyes seemed to make the choice for it.
Yeah.
So the Ibinshade, as the force behind this ritual, may be exerting some control over its lair.
Butthead.
Yeah, it's a dick. They're a dick. They are many dicks.
They are many dicked.
Actually, they're literally a bag of dicks.
Pretty much.
They are a skin sack of dicks. They are horrible.
In suit.
But anyway, we digress. Thank you. I've got it. Thank you, everyone else, for being here. Thank you, players. I hope you're enjoying yourself and feeling the stress of this battle. I've been worried about it for a while in terms of getting it to be worthy of you. So hope it's doing the job. Let's go around and let's say our goodbyes. Let's start with our lovely Spoot, who is invisible to us.
Woot woot, this is Spoot. I'm out.
All right.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Next up, let's go to Nereus.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week while I try to sift through my spell list and figure out what I can do and not get counterspelled.
Yeah. Fair. Cool. He does have to roll for counterspell like everybody else, just so you know.
It doesn't seem to matter, but
No.
yeah.
It is a powerful thing. Next up, we've got Olive.
Oh, hey, that's me. I am Sarah. I have been Olive. And we are Nuuli Forged, and we have a YouTube channel and a bunch of social media stuff. You should follow us in all of those places and watch our past episodes on YouTube.
Yay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Grrrig.
Hi, I'm Greg. And also Amber. Okay, thanks, bye. We'll make better choices next time. Maybe.
And
We'll make choices anyway.
Now it's my turn. My turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Defect. Go.
Say my name, Jared.
I said
He did.
defect.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Okay.
Well, unclog your audio receptors and
No one heard it. It didn't go through.
I heard it.
Thank you.
Sarah heard it.
Anyways, thank you, you beautiful people, for checking in on my triumphant return.
Woo.
Cheers. I was away on vacation.
I'm dead.
I missed you all. I was dead. I came back to life with 7 more souls occupying my body. Love to see where that goes, and you should too. So check us out next week.
Wonderful.
Yeah, if that turns out bad, I'm really sorry about that.
I'm super excited.
I'm excited. No, I'm excited. I love where this is going.
What could possibly go wrong? And I have been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, I've got it, best moderator around. We're gonna raid Dungeon Scrawlers. They're fun. They're playing some D&D over on their channel. Whatever. It's their turn to play D&D on their channel. So let them know that they've been newly rated. We will see you all next week. Be kind, be safe, have fun, and just, don't be dicks. It's shitty out there. So
Don't be a dick.
They are not bags of dicks. Some of you have only one. It is not an excuse.
Yeah. Reduce general dickage by like 90% and it'll be okay. But thank you all. Be kind to each other. Be kind to dicks, I guess.
No.
Whoa.
Anyone named Richard, just be nice.
We've taken this too far now.
I
The
did-
joke's gone
Should have
awry.
We're gonna
I
get
did-
demonetized.
I
We
did-
got to really worry about that one.
I did once meet a Richard Dickerson.
His parents
Yeah.
didn't like him, did he? Did they?
No.
I don't think so.
I've known a few people with interesting names that makes me question their parents, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I knew a Justin Case and a Justin.
My brother went to school with a just in case.
I
Wild.
would love to meet that person.
In Massachusetts?
In Rhode Island.
Okay, slightly different. Oh, whoops! It auto
Unless
rated.
it was there
Close enough
on
that
vacation,
they
yeah.
couldn't move.
Well,
Yeah.
it's okay. It auto rated. Ha ha ha.